What's up, everybody? Dirtbag Gaming here, the channel for casual raiders. We are going over the ORCS Faction Wars 21. We just got it completed. I did record it first, so that way we always do the recording, and then we go over all the champions, kind of different champions that you could use, the gear, and kind of how to beat the clan boss. So we're gonna get right into it. So here's the video. We started off. I did use a legendary. I'm sorry, it was a Krayla Witch Arm. I tested her out. She was very she died a lot. So I kind of switched her up, made her a little bit more tanky. You can see we also used Zargala. Like, obviously Zargala is just super good for this. Just going through my champions now. Shaman, who is a level 50. So one of the first resers that we get in the game. And also Vrask. Vrask is also level 50. So if you notice in this video, we have two level 50s, one legendary who not everybody uses. She was a fusion, I believe, which I got her a while ago, just never really used her. And we used the yelling chick. Her picture is just yelling. So we have Sand/Slash Survivor, who actually isn't the best because of the boss, but we'll go over that at the end. But she definitely does help mitigate a lot of damage. She hits pretty hard. She's a defensive based champion. She takes away the buffs from the champions. So she actually works well on the boss at the end if you know how to basically play her. So that's the team right now. I did have a seer. We could probably use a seer, but it just made it so much easier to use Krayla. So if you wanted to swap out seer for Krayla, you probably could do that. And then any buffs that you have up that you don't want to keep for the boss to steal, you kind of just use Seer's buff eater and then just do some damage to the boss. So that is an option. She hits really hard. I just wanted to test out the counter attack, like the team attack, which makes things a lot easier. So that's a thing you can swap out is Krayla for another DPSer or Seer. That's what I would do. So as we're going through, she does have a stun, which helps out. So as we're going through, we're just doing more damage. The waves on this boss are pretty easy. Nothing really special about them. Like, there's no 3 Valkyries that you have to get by. But after this ad, we're just doing all the A1s, getting all the reset cooldowns. And then once we get to the boss, we are looking at killing the ads. So with this boss, doesn't hit too hard as long as you get like an attack down on the boss. Which, who do we have for attack down? I don't think we have anybody for the attack down. So I want to kill the ads as fast as possible. So there's a provoke from Sand/Survivor, a stun, and then Vrask actually provides enough heals for the team as long as he has enough HP and he crits every single time. So increasing the crit rate, these guys increase crit rate. Look at the top, the 3 at the top, the what you see up there. That's him stealing your buffs. So I messed up the first time we ran this, where I was doing all the buffs right when I got to the boss, which then she stole all the buffs and hit me really freaking hard. So you got to make sure that if you're increasing the attack from your guys and the crit rate, which Krayla and I think Seer do, and also Shaman does that too, you got to make sure that it goes away before the boss comes back around to steal the buffs. Because if she steals the buff, she's going to have higher crit rate, she's going to have higher attack, she's going to hit a lot harder, and you're probably going to die. Krayla also helps out with Vrask, because if he's healing every time he attacks, Krayla does the team attack, so that way he actually gets an extra attack in to heal your team a little bit more. So for her, I'll show you, I put a relentless set on her, so that way she can actually go more times to do that ally attack. So pretty worth it. She's pretty cool. But not hitting too hard like the boss with the AoEs. Does have a leech up on everybody, so eventually it'll fall off as long as you're controlling the ad. So we're going to try to stun again. So we're going to stun the ad with our accuracy, or maybe not. We're probably saving it. Also, another hint is you don't need to do the ally attack if you're not low enough. I think that's probably why I didn't do it, because I don't need to do it because my health isn't low enough. So if you want to hold that off and only do it when your health is low, like right now would be a perfect time, because everybody's got hit hard. So that way, if I do it now, Vrask is going to go twice. So watch, he's going to go once, heal everybody up, and then Krayla is going to go, and then he's going to go again. So whoever, it doesn't matter who their attack, you really just want to kill the ad. but now they healed back up again. So that's basically two 5.5k heals that Vrask just did on your team twice. Helps a lot. So finally, we killed the right ad. You got to make sure that you check the cooldown at the top, because I don't want to put that up if she's about to steal it, because if the boss steals it, you're screwed. You're going to get hit really hard. So just watching, doing A1s on everything. Now, what she does is she actually puts up a block damage buff on herself if your team takes enough damage. Her skill is it's passive, ally protection and block damage. So that's kind of what you have to be careful with running Sandslash as a lead. She does provide extra defense, which is great, but if your team gets hit hard enough, she's going to put that block damage up and ally protect, which the boss then will steal. So that's kind of why you need to be careful and have her accuracy up high enough. We'll go over that, why we have her accuracy up so high. It's because one of the skills she has is she actually decreases the enemy's buffs. So that way, if she does steal your buff, you can then decrease it. So it's kind of like a win-win with Sandslash. So look, she stole the attack, she stole the crit, and she stole the shared damage. So every time I'm hitting her, I'm actually doing damage to Sandslash. So there you go. We took away some of the buffs, but we still have the ally protect. So every time I hit the boss, she's taking damage, which is pretty funny. But she doesn't die from it. Luckily, there you go, dropped off. So we took it down one turn. So it only had one cooldown left. So we only had to survive one turn of that. So that's kind of this boss. Like, you just got to make sure all the buffs you're putting up are specific times to put them up, and make sure that she doesn't steal your buffs. And if she does, you need somebody to take them off, which Sandslash Survivor can do. Now, also, this is the turn meter, not the 12 turn boss. So you have to kill it in 12 turns. She's going to be able to eventually switch HP with one of my guys. So fast forward a little bit, fast forward, fast forward, fast forward. Now we're getting to the point where she's going to steal one of the buffs, or steal the health. So there you go. She went from there, and then all the way back up to full. She stole Sandslash Survivor's health. So now I need to heal back up as fast as possible, but I'm still trying to count, look at the turn meter up at the top, because if it gets down to 1, I can't put up any buffs. So this is why, what's her name? Krayla works so well with this specific boss, because it's a race. Like, it's a race to try and kill her within 12 turns. Now look how much damage we did just because of Krayla. Like, Krayla hits hard. She has the whole team hit hard. She puts up attack. She puts up crit rate. Like, she's very, very good for this clan build, or for this faction wars. Seer does the same thing. So Seer hits really hard based off enemy max HP. All the buffs you have, she can like kind of protect you and do damage. So again, if you don't have Krayla, use Seer. If you don't have Seer, just put another DPS champion in there that is very tanky, and then you should be good to go. But Vrask, it definitely helps out a lot in this faction. So literally just DPS race. She's going to steal all the buffs. There are no buffs to steal, so now we can put up all the buffs if we had any. I'm saving what's her name? Sandslash Survivor's A2 for when she does steal the buff. You don't need to do it unless she steals the buffs. So make sure you're only doing specific attacks when you need to. Like, look, I'm just saving her thing. She's just doing basic 8-1s. I used it on the clan boss, so she already had gear for the clan boss. And Zargala was my arena champion, so she had a crap ton of DPS gear, but I had to switch her to make her more tanky. So we did like HP chest piece, HP gloves probably, stuff like that. And there you go, here comes the ally attack. Everybody coming in, so Vrask just basically healing everybody. Everybody's full health. Like, we basically have it. Like, there's 9 more turns to do less than half the HP. So as long as you have Vrask in there healing everybody with 100% crit rate, you're good to go. So, and also be careful, because you don't want to extend your buffs, because if you do, it's going to give a more chance for him to steal it. That's also why you don't want to use her A2, Sandslash Survivor. So there you go. If I would have used the A2, she would have got all those buffs sucked up, and then I wouldn't have my A2 to take them off. So just got to be careful with that. Obviously, you're doing this on manual because you want to do it once and then never have to do it again, which is what we're doing. So we're going to fast forward. That was basically it. So getting all the way to the end, we finally completed. She has the ally protect again. for only 1 turn, but I'm not going to die because Vrask heals me 5.7k every single turn. But look, I have it on the A2 now. We probably should have done it there just to take it off, but we didn't need to because she just died. So there you go. We just completed it 14 minutes, 37 seconds. That was first run, done, good to go, never doing it again. So here we go. ORCS faction, we got them all right here. So we'll start with Krayla. Krayla has an A1, which attacks one enemy and places a shield buff. She also can steal this as well. Equal 10% of this champion. You can't really stop it. It just kind of places it, so you just kind of have to live with it. She doesn't put the shield up, though. So she kind of takes it off you, but she doesn't use it, which is weird. And then this one, we could book this down to a 3-turn, but I didn't want to use another book on her because we got the percentage, so it's a 100% chance if you book her. So attacks one enemy, places a stun. Actually, I probably should have booked this one out because that's 3-turn stun now, which oh well, we got it done. Has an 80% up to 100% chance of teaming up with 3 random allies to attack one random enemy. Allies joining the attack will use their default skill. So Vrask uses A1, which heals as long as the crit rate is up to 100%. This one hits relatively hard. It puts up increased attack, also increased crit rate. So if you didn't have 100% crit rate on everybody, you can give them 100% crit rate with an extra 30% crit rate buff for 3 turns. That's where you have to be careful because you guys are going to be lapping the boss. So as long as you're fast enough, you don't have to worry about the boss stealing this. Because once the boss steals the buffs, then use the skill on the boss. Because then you're going to at least go twice to get rid of all the cooldowns, so that way the boss won't steal it. So that's her skills. Her masteries, we just went down to Helmsmaster. She was my PvP champion, but if you wanted to, probably go down to War Master just for the faction wars. If not, if you can use her anywhere else, keep Helmsmaster. Like, it doesn't really matter. But she only has a single hit A1, so just War Master. So if you're gonna do the tree, go down to War Master. Obviously, you can see it's not fully kitted out. You probably can't even see. Let me move me. There you go. So if you do War Master instead of Helm Smasher, then you should be good. And then down here, get Evil Eye, and this is to get her a little bit faster. So her gear, we did have a HP speed chest piece on her to make sure that she's sped up. But look at the Relentless set. So the Relentless actually kicked in a lot. It worked because she has a 4-turn cooldown without books, but 3-turn. And if she's going again, like let's say she gets an extra turn, that brings it down to a 2-turn for her ally protect or ally counterattack and stuff like that. So she's very good for a Relentless set. I would try it out for her. But her gear, 45 speed. This was HP for the chest piece, probably speed. This is crit damage with crit rate because you want her to hit hard. Speed, accuracy. You need accuracy as well if you want to land the stun. If you don't really care about the stun, don't worry about accuracy. But we got HP with speed, accuracy, and crit rate, crit damage. We have attack, crit damage, and then HP. So I think I switched this out. This was accuracy at one point, but she doesn't have a lot of HP. Like, she only has 35k. That's why I added this to get a little bit more HP and some defense. But pretty good speed on that. Just make sure that she's tanky. That's kind of why. Actually, she had around 50 because of the chest piece. So with the HP chest piece, she should be around 50k, which is plenty enough for faction wars. 214 speed, 2300 defense, 76 up to 106 when she puts up her buff, 165 crit damage, and then 155. This probably had a little bit more accuracy with the chest piece, but it's enough for faction wars. So that is our Krayla. Seer, again, if you want to do Seer, just make sure Seer has enough HP, so probably around like 50k HP, fast, and make her do damage with accuracy. If you do the Seer build instead, same thing, just make sure she hits really hard and she can survive. So as long as she's got that, you can replace her with Krayla. Then we got Zargala. Zargala standard build. Everybody's got masteries all the way down. If you wanted to, go down to the War Master tree. But if you just want the standard crit damage, go with the crit damage set. It's more consistent. And then with the accuracy, we want a little bit more accuracy to land the decreased defense, a little bit more accuracy, and then this helps out with attack and speed and all that fun stuff. Her skills, if you don't know, it is attack one enemy, 50% chance of placing a 25% weaken. This stays at 50%, so it's just one single hit, which hits pretty hard. This one hits really hard. Attacks one enemy, instantly activates crack armor skill if you kill somebody, so this helps out with the waves. And the ads, if the boss still has the ads up, but it's a 2-turn cooldown, booked out. So it's like you're doing it every 2 turns. And this one is a 4-turn, but it activates once you kill somebody with this move. So this hits really hard. Attacks all enemies 3 times. After first hit, has a 50% chance of placing 60% decreased defense up to a 75% chance on all enemies for 2 turns. So this is how you get your decreased defense. She has an accuracy aura in all banner or in all battles, which you can use if you want. And the artifacts, we went with 2 crit damage sets. Like I said, she was built for damage. Crit rate, just to make sure that she gets 100% crit rate. And then I subbed this out. This used to be attack. But again, to make sure that she has enough HP, we went with the HP chest piece with speed boots. Then look at the banner. The banner, I think we put, so we put HP banner on her. This used to be attack, but you can put accuracy if you have enough HP. If you don't have enough HP, this gives me 6, almost like 8,000 HP just from this one banner. So that's kind of why we needed this with good speed. This resets the cooldown, so she can reset the cooldown, which I don't know if we saw it happen or not. It's only 5% chance, and then this is attack for the ring. You can go HP ring if you want, but just make sure you have enough HP. 45k HP, which is pretty good for Zargala. 183 speed. This used to be higher with different stuff. 100 crit, 253 crit damage, which is really good, and then only 141 accuracy, which is okay. It's not the best, but look at that attack. That's probably 5,000 when she actually has her good gear on. So she's actually one of my hardest hitting champions. So that is Zargala. A lot of people have her, so definitely use her. And then Sand/Survivor. She is the unique champion that she's very good for the clan boss, so we built her for the clan boss. Her skills are attacks one enemy 2 times, has a chance to provoke, so 40% chance, 50% chance if you book her. For 1 turn, if they have no debuffs, heals by 15% of the damage inflicted. If this champion is under any debuff. So if she has any debuff on her, she actually heals herself, which is great. This is the one I was talking about you got to be careful with. Don't use this unless you need to. Attacks all enemies, decrease the duration of all enemy buffs by 1 turn, and increase the duration of all ally buffs by 1 turn. So you don't want to do this on the boss unless you're trying to take off the boss's buffs. So you don't need this unless she steals your buffs, and then you do this this skill. This is a passive. This is kind of what the boss is going to be taking from you. So if the boss hits you hard enough, this procs all the time. It's great. It's great in PvP. It's great in clan boss. But then you have to take it off. So if the boss takes this, make sure that you're stealing it back. And then the aura I used for her up front because she has all battles 25% defense, which helps out a lot. So her masteries: standard, clan boss, chance to counterattack, and war master to hit harder. So she hits pretty hard, and she has lifesteal set, again, for the clan boss, but this helps out heal a little bit more. You don't need lifesteal if you have Vrask, but defense, speed, crit rate HP, speed, crit rate speed, crit damage, defense, and accuracy, because you want her to land that. She didn't have actually enough accuracy, so I had to go back and put an accuracy banner on her, because when I did this the first 2 times, she wasn't stealing the buffs. So she needs the accuracy to make sure that she does take off the buffs if the boss steals it. So make sure you have enough accuracy. Total accuracy right there is 230, which is enough. 99% crit, 123 crit damage, and 182 speed. Not the fastest, but good enough for what you need it for. 4,300 defense, which is good, especially for the clan boss, and 31k HP. Again, she's going to be healing because of lifesteal, so this is fine. And Vrask is going to be healing as well. All right. Then we got Shaman, level 50 and level 50. So 2 level 50s, let's go. Shaman, she had HP stuff. So I think we have just been subbing out gear left and right to complete these faction wars. So I'm going to make a video on the secret on how to beat faction wars. It's get really, really good gear for 5 champions and then just rotate them. Like maybe 1 or 2 stun sets, 1 or 2 heal sets, 1 shield set, and then that's it. And then you should be good to go. So she had her total stats, I think, were around like 50k, so it was a lot of HP. She had another set of this, so she had 2 immortal sets, both HP, so HP, but then she also had a lot of speed with those. So her total speed was probably 210-ish. It was around there. And all these stats don't matter. She's literally there just in case somebody dies. She doesn't need accuracy. All she needs is HP and speed. That's it. That's all you need for her is just as much HP. If you can get defense, but speed. So you want her to lap the guys as much as possible. She does have a couple, I mean, you could see these, but literally it was just all HP and speed. Speed, HP, look at those boots. It was HP and then HP, and then we have, I think, okay, defense with really good HP roll, and then HP with defense, and that's it. Skills, she has attack one enemy has a 25% chance of removing one random buff from the target. Again, she is not there to do that. This one can increase your crit rate even more. So if you don't have Krayla, you can bring her to increase the crit rate a little bit more, which helps. And this one is just a revive. So I literally brought her in just to make this run easier. But as long as she doesn't die, then you're good. So you can have her at 50. This is good if you don't have Stand/Survivor. Masteries, no masteries. So I love doing this with level 50s because you can be a casual raider like we are, dirtbags, and you can still do Faction Wars 21. So him and Vrask, let's look at Vrask. Look at that. No masteries. So we got no masteries, level 50, level 50. Booyah. So subscribe if you haven't already. Like the channel. Let's go. That was Shaman. So pretty simple. Vrask is MVP. If you have him, that's awesome. He was wearing our shield set. So I took the shield set off of my main dude up here. Or used to be up here, but we did faction. So the Lizardman, Skull Lord, his shield set is insane. Like, it's very, very good. I don't know where our Lizardmen are. Whatever, I think I put it on her. So it was like speed, HP, speed, resistance, HP, HP, HP. Like, it was just so much HP. But he did bring the shield set, so that way they can survive a little bit longer. But he has just as much HP as he possibly can with a 50. So at level 50, I think he had around 60k. So 50-some, 60,000 HP, which was awesome. His speed was very high, because the more he goes, the more chances he is to heal you. And you need him to get 100% crit rate. So make sure that he is at 100%. You have 2 people on this team to boost the crit. If you just have a Shaman, she's going to boost it by 15. So as long as you're around 85%, you're good. But you want to get it up to 100% because even without the crit rate buff, he's still healing your team. With Krayla, he can heal twice. So that's great. 88% crit damage, you don't care about that. As long as he crits, he heals based off his HP. 1200 defense, it was a little bit higher. And then you don't need accuracy or anything like that. All you want him to do is his A1. Attacks one enemy, fills this champion's turn meter by 20% if it's critical. That is awesome. But his passive is heals all allies by 10% of his max HP. So you want him as much HP as possible, as fast as possible, with 100% crit. Those are the 3 things you need. HP, crit, speed. That's it. That's all you're doing for Vrask. You don't need defense. You don't need literally anything. You just need him to go up there, hit somebody in the face, heal your entire team by 5.7k, I think we saw. So he had 57,000 HP. That's what he had. So 57,000 was 10% of his max HP. This he doesn't do, which is great. He literally, I think, just does this. He might do this. I don't know, because it's a passive. He heals. So who knows? It's just based off his HP. It's not based off the damage. Some people it's based off the damage, like Lugan, but this is just based off of HP, which is great. So masteries, again, no masteries. We just want a little bit more HP and increased value of heals. If you wanted, go all the way down to probably this one, increase turn meter in case your allies drop, or just get 3,000 more HP. That'll, I mean, it's only increasing the HP or the thing by 300. So probably with the turn meter. Yeah, go all the way down, increase more HP, more HP, more HP, and then just go down to turn meter. And you should be good to go. Probably if you have 100%, you don't need this. You should probably go down to counterattack. Because if he counterattacks, with this, increase the turn meter. I love these 2 abilities. Like this one and this one. Increases turn meter if everybody gets crit. And he can counterattack, which if he counterattacks, he heals your team. So if you're going to go this route, go that route. You don't need tier 6 masteries, obviously. But that is Vrask. Pretty simple. HP as much as you can. Crit rate on the gloves is definitely suggested. Speed boots. And then HP, 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 HP. HP speed. That's all you need. HP, HP. Crappy ring, but we got 12% HP right there. So that is Vrask. That was my team. So again, you can use Seer, you can use another champion that hits hard, you can use another support champion. Anybody that makes Vrask go more I would use. And then that is a way to complete Faction Wars 21. So I was waiting to do orcs until the new dude came out, like this guy. If you're doing this guy, use this guy. This guy will definitely help out in the Faction Wars 21. He is just very good. I don't know if I can see him. Can we see him? Yeah, okay. So attacks one enemy has a 20% chance to stun or decrease in duration of all debuffs. So that's great for the boss. This one plays a 60% increased defense on all allies for 3 turns. So make sure you're only doing this so the boss doesn't steal it. Then attacks one enemy has a 75% chance of placing a stun. So those will help out with the little dudes on the side. And has a 75% chance of placing a stun for 2 turns instead if they're under 2 or more buffs. So you're just going to stun them. That's fine. And this one provokes. So attacks all enemies has a 50% chance of placing provoke debuff for 1 turn. Also has a 50% chance to decrease attack debuff on all enemies for 2 turns if he's under. So he's basically going to buff himself, and then he's going to be able to provoke everybody and decrease attack, which helps on everybody. So the waves and everything. And then his passive increases. So this is awesome. This is going to be insane. He increases Doom Tower defense, which is cool. So it's going to be good for the Doom Tower. But he can get up to, like, let's say 5,000 defense. And you just gave your guys 500 extra defense on your whole team for free, not even doing anything. Like literally just buff his defense as high as possible, and the rest of your team just got 500 defense. So let's go 600 defense on your entire team, plus the extra 60% here, plus the aura. So like if you're getting up to like 7,000-8,000 defense with all the buffs, you're insane. Like your whole team is going to be so freaking tanky. Your attack champs are going to be so tanky. So if you are waiting, get this guy, and he will 100% help out in the Faction Wars. So definitely awesome. So guys, like the video if it helped you out. Hopefully it did. Subscribe if you haven't already. I don't know why you haven't already, but let's go Team Dirtbags. Appreciate it. Good luck with everything, guys. Let me know what you want to see next. We are doing Demon Spawn today. We got 2 guys in stun sets. So we're going to test that out. But appreciate it. Good luck with everything, and enjoy the rest of your week.